All right, let's get into Harbor Oak here at DR Horton. Guys, as soon as you walk in, wow, you're going to notice a beautiful extra wide entryway, which obviously makes this place feel spacious and wide open. To our right, we have a dining room that leads right into the kitchen through that doorway. That is a flex space that can be used also for an office. As you come in, again, you're going to notice an open concept. You step right into the kitchen. You also have the living room. Notice that beautiful fireplace, and then your stairs that lead upstairs. Let's start with the kitchen first, guys. You notice this little nook in the corner. Absolutely stunning, beautiful backsplash, stainless steel appliances. Look at your little pantry area, your butcher's area right here. Oh, wow, absolutely stunning with your pantry. And then you do have natural gas on the stove, as you can see, a gorgeous, expansive island. It flows right into your eating dining room, eating kitchen. And that is a beautiful living room. Now, don't miss the little seating area out back. As you can see, very high ceilings, which make this room feel rather expansive, and there's some great recessed lighting. Before we get upstairs, come this way. This is our first bedroom, our downstairs room, as you can see. Absolutely stunning. Again, with the high ceilings, makes it feel wide open. The community restroom services the downstairs area. There is a tub shower combo, as you can see. And here's your mud area that leads into the garage. The garage being right here. This is an extra closet, as you can see, your closet under the stairs. And then an absolutely stunning upstairs, which I can't wait to get you into. Check out this loft area. You could maybe call it a loft, but you'll see we have a room over this way to our left, and to our right we have another room. We have a bathroom, and then our final room's this way. Let's start in our final. This is our washroom, as you can see, connected to the master closet and master bedroom. Let's not go that way. This is our next bedroom, our first bedroom upstairs. As you can see, dual vanity leads right into a tub shower combo. This is our next upstairs bedroom. And it does, check this out, have its own area upstairs, man. Absolutely stunning, as you can see. Nice little touch for this room. Dual closets in here, and then here's your master. Look at that tray ceiling, guys. Stunning, beautiful. I'm going to come into the restroom first. As you can see, you have a gorgeous shower area, a single vanity here, the restroom, and then another vanity here. These are her vanities. And then you will notice that this is an extended master that does have a seating area, which is wonderful, nice little desk. But you'll also notice again, there's that closet that leads into a very massive closet that leads into the upstairs washer. Guys, this master is stunning. All right, guys, so let's talk through resale versus new construction. When you purchase new construction, you do get a ton of incentives that you simply don't have when buying a resale home. For example, D.R. Horton does offer up to $10,000 in closing costs on select homes. Now, these are like your move-in ready homes. Now, when using a D.R. Horton preferred lender and attorney, you can qualify for a lower interest rate, of course, subject to your credit. Your FHA and VA loans are as low as 5.5%, with your conventional loans as low as 5.99%. Guys, these are exceptional interest rates, in my opinion, and you will not find these on resale homes. Now, Ashley, tell us just a little bit about warranties with D.R. Horton.
Yes, we offer some great warranties. So when you're buying with new construction with the D.R. Horton home, you're going to get a 10-year structural warranty. You're going to get a 2-year electrical and plumbing warranty. And then you're also going to be able to register all of your products, so all of your appliances with the manufacturer. So you do have that extended warranty as well.
Well, not bad. So what are some of the extras that you get in a D.R. Horton home here in Waterbridge?
So some of the things that you'll find with all of our homes, you're going to get irrigation systems that come along with the home. Also, you're going to see on every single home, for the most part, as long as we've spec'd it in, but we've done that for most of our homes, is you're going to get gutters on your home. You're also going to have that hardy plank siding instead of the vinyl siding, which you'll typically find in other communities. But in here, we do have that hardy plank siding.
All right, so Ashley, a lot of our buyers, they're always concerned about having a cookie cutter home. You know, is there variety in D.R. Horton homes here at Waterbridge?
Yes, we build 12 different floor plans in this community. And not only do we build 12 different floor plans, but each one of those have about 4 different elevations, which is the front look of the home. So that way you don't have that cookie cutter feel when you're driving through the neighborhood.
That's right.
You'll have a combination of stacked stone homes, you know, some with brick. So it really makes it have a different look for each home.
Now, the D.R. Horton community, Waterbridge, does have natural gas, right?
It does, yes. So we have natural gas in our community, so you're going to get that natural gas stove right there. Also, you're going to get a tankless water heater. So your Resale is typically located in the garage, which makes it super energy efficient, which means you're going to be able to cut back prices on your electric bill.
Saving a little bit of dollars never hurt anybody.
Definitely.
All right, so let's hop into a really juicy question that I'm sure lots of you have. How long is the construction process?
So for D.R. Horton, average, and we say this roughly, we usually can build our homes anywhere between 4 to 6 months, roughly. We don't like to quote anything because you never know. There may be delays in construction. There may be, COVID may hit again, hopefully not, but we do remember those times where it did delay the construction.
Materials were hard to get a hold of.
Exactly. So roughly, especially right now, we're looking anywhere between 4 to 6 months for a start to finish build.
Now, does D.R. Horton require an earnest money deposit?
We do. We require earnest money deposit at contract. So we ask for $5,000 as your earnest money deposit.
And now at contract, kind of walk us through that. Now, is that when they come into to purchase and they see the model, they go, yes, we want to do that, kind of?
Exactly. So basically how it works is if you come in, you fall in love with a home, we put in an offer. We have to get an accepted offer first. But once we get that accepted offer and we start the contract process is when we either take a check or we can even take an online payment.
Now, some of you might be curious about property taxes out in Waterbridge. We will let you know, I can't quote any exacts, but I can let you know that basically our property taxes are much cheaper in the most part, in general, than a lot of other places. One of the things I tend to hear from clients that move from up north here is they cannot believe how low our property tax is. As where you're paying thousands of dollars, we're paying hundreds of dollars. A very, very big difference. All right, so are people allowed to put up a fence here? Can they have a privacy fence? Is there any specs on a fence? You know, it's an important thing that people are curious about, especially with the extra large lots.
Definitely. So a lot of our homeowners that are coming in and buying a home, they want to put up a fence because they want to be able to maybe have some privacy, put in a pool or something like that in their backyard. So depending on what type of lot you're buying, if you're on the pond, we only allow the 4-foot wrought iron black aluminum fencing.
Okay.
But if you are backing up to woods, we do allow either one. You can do a 6-foot privacy fence, or you can do that 4-foot aluminum one.
Let's talk through pets, dogs, cats, weight limits. You know, living in an HOA, there are certain restrictions in some communities. Are there any here at Waterbridge?
So from what I've heard and seen in the past, everybody can have a dog, a cat, you know, those typical animals. I have been asked once before if someone could have chickens in their backyard. Unfortunately, that is not allowed.
Yeah, you can't have chickens.
We can't be, you know, waking up the neighbors when the sun rises. So dogs, cats, those normal type of animals are allowed.
Absolutely. Take us to school on the DR Horton Waterbridge inspection process.
Yes. So once you go under contract, we do explain to you that before you close, typically a week to 2 weeks in advance, you will have a punch walk that you'll initially do with your superintendent. So that's when you'll come into the home, you'll blue tape the home up so that we can do any fixes before the actual closing.
Now, you say blue tape, they might not know what that means. We know what that means, but it's where you walk around with a blue roll of tape and identify any kind of defects that you want the builder to fix.
Exactly, yes. So once you've done that blue tape in all the places that you want things fixed, right before closing, whether it's the day before, maybe the morning of closing, you'll go in with the superintendent again, just to make sure that list that you made was completed before you close.
Oh, man. Super easy, super cool.
Definitely. And if you want to, you can always have a third-party inspection. I know a lot of people will do that for resales. For new construction, it's totally up to you if you'd like to have one. Some people will do it just to have a third-party eye on something because maybe they're buying from out of state and they're not here. So that's always an option.
Yeah,
as well.
and we can definitely help you with that. You know, you're going to get plugged into my network as well as Ashley. So we're going to put you in contact with a great inspector, attorneys, lenders, anything that you really need to make sure that this deal gets done. Now, is Waterbridge in a flood zone?
So our homes that we build are up in a flood zone X because we build them up.
That's it. That's an area of minimal flooding.
Yes, a flood zone X is the
That's where you want to
bottom
be.
of the totem pole. Exactly.
Yeah.
It basically means that you're not required to have flood insurance.
Yeah.
You can always add it on if you want to, but you're not required.
Super cool. Can't beat that, guys. Everybody's always concerned about flooding, and yes, it is a real thing. You do need to make sure you talk to your agent or your broker and verify that you are not in a flood zone.
So earlier I did mention that we have deco lighting as one of the features that we do in our DR Horton homes. Just to give you a little sample of what that looks like. The whole home has these switches that look a little different. But what's great about these is if you ever wanted to switch one of your lights to say a dimmer light, a motion light, maybe a smart light, it's as simple as popping off that front panel, pulling a little blue tab, pulling out this device right here, and replacing it with a dimmer light, a smart light. And all you have to do is pop it right back in, put that blue tab right back in, and you are in business. So no pre-wiring or doing any type of wiring where you need an electrician to come out and change them out. It's that simple.